My name is Emily. I'm completing this career profile for my online class called Introduction to Marriage and Family Studies. I will first give you a background into my work experience and education, which will lead into why I chose the career that I did for this project. When I graduated high school, I went through a 6-week vocational certification training on working with children diagnosed with autism. This training covered information about ABA, which is applied behavior analysis. This type of therapy focuses on behavior modification using positive reinforcement techniques. There was other specific material that was associated, such as teaching us about their lesson plans and the skills that they taught at their school. And I passed the certification and was able to enter into the classroom, and I became a behavior technician working one-on-one with a child at the station that specifically taught us specific skills such as self-help, play skills, and so forth. From there, I was able to get promoted to a lead behavior technician who assisted the teacher in overseeing the functioning of the classroom and making sure that the staff were being trained and monitored, along with supervising the children and troubleshooting lessons. And from there, I was also able to work in their center-based program, which was working with the toddlers. And I later became an associate lead behavior technician who assisted across the classrooms and school. From the different classrooms, the age range was between 3 and 17. And then from there, I actually worked in different job capacities, working as a preschool teacher and things like that, always working with kids because has been my work experience and education. And I recently have been offered a job as a paraprofessional working with a special needs child in a school setting, which will actually go along with the career that I've chose, which is behavior specialist. And the reason I chose behavior specialist is because I really want to work with families and work with kids who have special needs, and this will give me an opportunity to be able to do that. And so I'm going to finish my bachelor's degree in marriage and family studies, and then from there I plan on going for my master's in special education. And so I feel that these two degrees are going to help me achieve that and be able to be of a greater benefit to the families and kids and the schools that I end up helping in the future. And so the behavior specialist job that I found is on a website called the Mentor Network. They listed this job from Phoenix, Arizona, and it talks about the different work environment that those who have this position work in. They usually work within the home, at school, and in the community, and it is very family oriented, and so it's casual dress, and I would be working with a great team because there would be a lot of people involved in helping the client or child. And I'm assuming that the work hours are 9 to 5, so it would include the work day as well as the school times. And there wasn't any typical stressors that were listed, but I just would assume because this job is very vast and extensive that it would be covering a lot of different things. And because of the workload, I think that can cause stress. But as long as I would be organized and made sure I had a balanced life, that I would be able to accomplish it. In regards to the typical benefits that are provided under this position, it talked about there being a 401k and the company matching it. They talked about employee discounts, which I don't really know what that entails, but I'm sure it's good. They also talked about job training and potential for advancement within the job or across the different or across the networks that they are associated with. They talk about the essential job functions, which, like I mentioned, is vast and extensive. But to give you a little quick synopsis, it talks about working with individuals with special needs or behavioral issues. The clients are observed, assessed, and a behavior support plan is created to assist the client. There are meetings and committees that are held. A behavior specialist will monitor their clients or cases that they are assigned to and document information while keeping everything confidential. This job includes working in various settings, including the home, school, and community, so it's very important that everything is not divulged openly, and so that everything is confidential. And the educational requirements, it says that there's a bachelor's degree required in human services, and so I think that marriage and family studies would fall or qualify for that. It talked about documented training and behavior modification techniques required, and 3 or more years working with individuals who have developmental disabilities, and being computer proficient, and excellent written and verbal communication skills, experience with writing or implementing ISPs, which is called individual service plans, which in my experience it's been called behavior intervention plans. And then it says that there's a need for exceptional organization skills and the ability to work as a team. And the starting salary range is between $25,000 to $53,000. Experience salary range is between $32,000 and $79,000. I know that this position is similar to other positions across the states, and there might be just under a different name, but the same idea applies, is that somebody is overseeing and making sure that the services that a child needs with special needs are getting what they stand in need of, and that there might be things that I'm missing in regards to this analysis of this career, but as I go forward trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my education, I plan to work with families with special needs. And so as I go forward, I know that this and any other things that I find in my research, that I'll be able to understand more clearly as to what is required. I know that I looked up another position that was similar, and it requires a certification, which is a BCBA, which is Board Certified Behavior Analysis. And so as I go forward, I'll be able to discover more and be prepared and be able to know what I can do in order to provide the services that I can for families and kids with special needs. Alrighty, bye!